गोपिका जीवनस्मरणं गोविंदा गोविंदा। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। गोपिका जीवन स्मरणं गोविंदा गोविंदा। भगवन्नाम साम्राज्य लक्ष्मी सर्वस्व विग्रहम् श्रीमद्बोधेन्द्र योगीन्द्र देशिकेन्द्र भास्वम् प्रह्लाद नारद पराशर पुंडरीक व्यासंबरीष सुखशौनक विश्वदाभ्यान् रुक्मांगदार्जुन वसिष्ठ विभीषणादीन् पुण्यानिमान् परम भागवतान् स्मरामि। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्व पाप प्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःख समनघातं नमामि हरिं परम्। गोपिका जीवन स्मरणं गोविंदा गोविंदा। By the grace of Bhagavan Shripati Sriman Narayana, we are getting into the next part of this Kunti Stuti in Srimad Bhagavatam. As I have been explaining by the grace of Guru, that every Stuti has a structure, a very well designed structure of explaining the human thoughts and then making a prayer to Paramapurusha. So Bhagavatam gives you an holistic picture of what it is all about, how to pray, and every prayer has a different bhava. Even though the ultimate aim of the prayer is to surrender fully to Bhagavan Krishna, but the approaches are different, the bhavas are different. Somebody can pray in the Vatsalya bhava, somebody can pray in the Madhurya bhava, in a very, very loving mode. Somebody can pray as a yogi in a Prashanta bhava. There are Sakya bhava, somebody can pray as Arjuna, as a friend. There are so, or like you can pray as Uddhava or Lord or Bhagavan Anjaneya in the Dasa bhava. There are very many bhavas. You can treat Bhagavan himself as the mother, the holy mother, the way Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was considering Kali Bhavatarini. So there are very many bhavas. Here, Kunti Devi, because of the struggles in her life, Kunti opted. It's not the question of opting. It is a natural, the emergence of her thoughts in a very, very surrendering way. And, she was so thoughtful of the problems in her life and also the solutions. Every time when she faced any problem, Krishna came. So, in fact, she started welcoming problems. She says, let me face problems every day in my life consistently. And the intensity of the problem should be such that, that Krishna should be in front of me before the problem comes. So, first is that, the moment I have a problem, then I get thinking of Krishna. I get Krishna Smarana. That is number one. When I have Krishna Smarana, Krishna is in my mind. Sometimes Krishna comes in front of me or he blesses wherever he is omnipresent. And number three, when I have his darshan or smarana, I cut the seed for the next birth. So these are the three great advantages that I can get out of the Paramapurusha Dhyana. That is why Krishna is called Dhyana Mangalan. So he's called Dhyana Mangalan. So the stuti, the first part of the stuti establishes Krishna is nothing but the Parabrahma. Namasye Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Pragatev Param Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antarbhagiravastitam. The Ishvara is present everywhere, but the human mind cannot understand the presence of God because of its ego, which is called the Maya. The Maya is also the camouflaging power of Krishna. Maya Javanika Channam Ajnadokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshase Mudadrisa Natho Natya Dharo Yata. It is like a person who has decorated himself, dressed up himself like a different person for a drama. His own father can't identify him. Likewise, Bhagavan takes so many forms and Atyanta Vidambaram. His acting is so natural that all of us gets immersed in that acting. Tatha Paramagam Sanam Muninam Amalatmanam Bhakti Yoga Vidanartham Katam Pashyema Istriyaha. So when people who are Paramahamsas or yogis or who are doing through the Atma Vichara, Paramahamsas do it through Atma Vichara, they always contemplate that this body is always, it's going to perish one day and the Atma Swarupa is permanent. That is their thinking. And the yogis, they do Yama Niyama, Asana, Pranayama and other things up to Samadhi. So this Bhakti Yoga Vidanartham, when you are able, when yogis and great saints are able to see you, a woman with a fluctuating mind, how can I see you without any of these capabilities? So you are so powerful, you are the Iswara. Namaste Purusham tu Adhyam Iswaram Prakritev Param. And then you are present everywhere, the human mind, you are not palatable to the human mind because of the ego. The ego is because of your Maya. You are using Maya as a blanket. And then with Maya, you camouflage. You are not seen. This world is only seen. You are seen as the world. So people cut the screen of Maya either with yoga or with Atma sadhanas. But I don't have anything. I'm not a karma yogi. I'm not a bhakti yogi. I'm not a jnana yogi. Katam pasyemi istriyaha. Then an ordinary lady, an household lady, how can I see you, Krishna? But I am not discouraged because your grace is common for all. Because I come to you because of your efforts. It is because of your blessing that I come to you. I overcome the Maya because of my submission to you, my surrendering to you. So I have a very, very easy method, which is time tested for me and for the world. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Che Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So I would like to chant your divine name. You and your names are not different. Nami Namunoho Abhetataha. If you call in a street, you call somebody Rama. If somebody is by name Rama is going and your son is also Rama, then the Rama on the street immediately stops his vehicle because the name is common. When you can find out 1 lakh Ramas in this town, the real Rama is himself. So whenever, every time you say Ramaha, Krishnaha, Vasudevaha, then the Parabrahmam, the Bhagavan, he realizes that we are calling him Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Pangajanabhaya Namah Pangajamalini Namaha Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangraye. So Mahapurusha Varnana, the Bhagavan is described in these shlokas. Then she moves to the mercy part of it, how Bhagavan protects. Everything is happening because of the grace of Bhagavan. Then he goes to the mode of being grateful, how Bhagavan protected Kunti. First of all, Bhagavan protected his own mother. Kamsa killed 6 children of Devaki, and after Bhagavan was born, Devaki was protected. So, which Kunti is telling, you not only protected your mother, but also me and my sons. Kunti says, Yata Hrishikesa Kalena Devaki, Kamsena Ruddati Chiram Shucharpita, Vimochitaham Tasagatmaja Vivo, Toyaiva Nathena Muhurvipad Ganat. From all forms of danger, again and again, you have protected us. What kind of dangers you have protected, I have to recollect in my life. That is the only devotion that I can do. Vishanmagagnehe Purusha Dadarsanat Asatsavaya Vanavas Krichrataha Mrude Mrudene Kamaharathastrato Draunyastrataschasma Hare Adhirakshitaha. Whatever you take, Vishan, when Kauravas gave us poison, you protected us. Mahagnehe, in Varanavatam, we were about to be charred to death, burnt to death. That palace, you saved us. Vishan Mahagnehe, Purushadaha, Darsanat. We were trapped in the forest and we were caught over by cannibals, the people who used to even eat humans. We were caught by them. Purushadaha, Adarsanat, Purushadadarsanat. You saved us. And then, Mrude Mrude, Anekamakarathastrato, Asat Savaya. And then in the Sabha, the court, when Panchali was insulted, you saved. Vanavasa Krichrataha, in the forest when we were living, what kind of dangers came? You saved us. Mrude Mrude, in the war, again and again and again, in the very, very difficult wars against Bhishma and Drona, you saved Panchapandavas. So it is because of your grace we are alive. It is not because of our efforts. Mrude Mrude Aneka Makarathasтрataha. All the people, all great warriors were together on the opposite side and my son was alone. And still Arjuna survived. He became victorious because of your blessing. Mrude Mrude Aneka Makarathastrato Draunyastrataschasma Hare Abhirakshitaha. Now, my great grandson who is in the womb of Uttarakumari, the young girl, Ashwatthama supplied Brahmastra to finish my kula, my clan, my family roots. But you have saved the child also and the mother also you have saved. Draunyastrataschasma Hareve Hare Virakshitaha. So we are a set of people who are protected by Hari. Every human, every creature in this world is protected by Hari. It is only the difference whether you are thinking of it, you are not thinking. Whether you are grateful or you are not grateful. There are only two types of people who are not grateful, who are grateful. So, Kunti says, Vibata Santuna Shashvati, Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru, Babato Darusanam Yatsyat, Apunar Bavadarusanam. So, Kunti prays, let me be bestowed with the dangers again and again and again. The accidents, it comes to me, the dangers come to me, the problems come to me. It is okay because I know that the moment the problem starts, before the problem could reach me, you are calling, you are coming, you are calling upon me. So, Vibhata Santuna Shashvad Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru, a Jagat Guru, who is the Guru of this world. You are not only my Guru, you are the Jagat Guru. Whoever is thinking of you, you are protecting them. So, Vipataha Santuna Shashvad, let I face only the dangers. What kind of dangers? The kind of dangers which qualify for your darshan. The kind of dangers which will create your smarana in my buddhi, which will make me to think about you, Krishna. Vipataha Santuna Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darusanam Yatsyat Apunar Bhava Darusanam. As I told you, I have three advantages. First and the best advantage is your smarana. Nothing is equivalent to this Krishna smarana. It is so sweet. Thinking of Krishna is the purpose of the life. When I have a danger, I think of you. That is how my mind is made. When I think of you, I get the best advantage of thinking about you. Second is, you come calling upon me. So I have your darshan. When I have your darshan in my mind, or with my eyes or in my thoughts, then it cuts the seeds for my karma. My next births are cut down. Apunarbhava darsana. It does not made me to engage into the next births. So this is the beauty of your darshan. So this I am getting because of the dangers. Then why the hell should I do away from the dangers? Let the dangers come. Because I know that as long as dangers are there, you are going to be there. So I am not worried about the danger. So whether you are seeing the dangers in the life or Krishna's grace. Like I said in the previous shloka, there are two types of people. You want to be grateful, you want to be thankful, or you want to be complaining. You are ungrateful. So this is the choice. And here you say whether you are going to see the troubles or you are going to see the grace. If you see the grace, then you are not seeing the trouble. If you see the trouble, then you are not seeing the grace. So Kunti prefers to choose to see the grace. That is why she says, Vipatas Santuna Shashwati. She takes the dangers also in a very positive way, problems also in a very positive way, because there is nothing for her to complain. Because she knows that Krishna's grace is complete. There is no way that Krishna can be graceful in an incomplete way. Krishna is complete. Krishna's grace is complete. It would make you complete. If you feel that you are blessed and also if you are complaining, then you are not feeling his grace completely. Then the problem is with us, not with Krishna. Vibhadasam punas shashvad tatra tatra jagat guru bhavato darusanam yatsyat apunarbhava darusanam. Then Kunti shifts gears. She wants to thank Krishna. Krishna, I said Krishnaye Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Then there are great men who are born on this earth like Vyasa. They say Dhyayan Krite Yajan Yajnehi Tretayam Dwaparer Archayan Yathapnoti Tatapnoti Kalau Sankirtya Keshavam. He says that, in the Krita Yuga, people did tapas, yogam, not yoga, yogam. In Treta Yuga, people did yagam, yajnam. In Dwapara Yuga, people did pujas in the temple. In the Kali Yuga, either these things are not possible to do, or since we had births in previous yugas and made Krishna happy with our dhyana, with our yaga, with our puja, now we are blessed with the life in the human form in this Kali Yuga, and it is enough to chant his name. So chanting Krishna's Nama is because of so many millions of births that you have done good deeds. Otherwise, you won't get it. And what kind of good deeds I have done is that, when I did yoga, or when I did the Veda Parayanam, or when I did the very, very nice prayers in my previous births, or, when I helped others, when I got involved in all the social activities, or when I did the pranayama, or whatever I did, if I, over the period of time, I tried to eliminate the feeling that I am doing. Somewhere, like, if you take the case of Duryodhana was born in a very fantastic family like Arjuna. What is the difference between Arjuna and Duryodhana was, why Duryodhana was eligible for Krishna's grace is that, Krishna was graceful to Arjuna and Duryodhana in the same way. But it is the capability of Duryodhana not to accept the grace was the problem. So in management, they give you an example that there are some type of people, they will give you a glass of water or something with a lot of mud and other things, which is filled, halfway filled. Then what you can do is, if you want to fill that fill that tumbler or the cup, you can throw the mud, clean it and fill with good water. This is one method. If you are given an empty cup, then it is up to you to fill it the way you want. So this is another type of people. The third type of people are that, who are fully filled with mud, and whatever you fill, it flows out. That is that is one type of people. The other type of people who are like, the inverted tumbler. If you have a cup and if it is kept upside down, whatever you pour, it will flow. So the people who are off field, when they come to you, when they go to Guru or Bhagavan, that I know something, but I don't know whether I'm sure, I am ready to correct myself, I'm ready to be molded. Then the Guru can mold him. When somebody goes, sir, I don't know anything, I have no pride or prejudice, please fill me. That surrendering, then Guru handles. Very, very simple. They are like clay. They are like a very flexible clay. The people who are very adamant, I know everything. I know everything. I know everything. I have money. I have contacts. I have knowledge. I am widely read. I am widely traveled. What the hell you are going to tell me? That people are like, the cup which is already filled with mud. You cannot do anything. They don't allow you to. They are not ready to unlearn and relearn. And there is another type of people, whatever you say, their mind is inward. They don't pay attention. They are there physically, but mentally they are not. They ignore you. So this is the type of people. So how they are eligible for, then when you have this attitude, then if these people started complaining, Krishna is not graceful to me, what can I do? And this attitude of filling with the this dirt, or in an inverted fashion. So this is because they are not eligible for Krishna's grace. It is not Krishna's mistake. It is the mistake of the person who is behaving like this. And it is his attitude and perception towards life which Kunti is addressing. Krishna, when I say that, everybody is eligible for your grace. And even from a small worm in water to Brahma is living because of your grace. It is a truth. It's a truth. Because the worm is also going to die a day and Brahma is also going to die a day. In between, whatever creatures, 84 lakh type of creatures Bhagavan is creating, protecting and killing at the end of the day, all these creatures are under the management of God. And God has no discrimination. Why so many variety? It is because of their attitude, their perception. So who is eligible? So when I say that, Vyasa says, Kali Gadihi Govinda Kirtanam, Kalau Kesava Kirtanat. In Kali, by Kesava Kirtanam itself, we can harvest all the benefits. There was a great saint by name Bhagavan Nama Bodhendra Swamigal. He did avatar in our Tamil Nadu, and then he made the Nama Siddhanta. He says the Nama Gadihi Govinda Kirtanam. So it is the Govinda Namam itself is the only asylum. Yes, he has not taken any other thing other than the Bhagavan Nama. When all these great saints are selling this, but if you go and tell a person who is an ordinary person, you please say Ramanama, all your problems will go. Then that man will start on arguing with me, sir, I have gone to so many astrologers. I have gone to so many temples. I did so many pariharas in my life. I have this problem in my horoscope. When I have all these things, it is my karma. I am suffering like this. This is happening in my life. And you are coming and telling me I did so many pujas in my life. I took part in that yaga. I went to a saint, with his whole body, went into the fire and he came out without any danger. So I have seen such people. I have seen people, who predict your future. I have seen people who are telling your name, your profession, your problems without being told. I have seen all these people in my life, and you are pushing everything, and you say that, you say Rama, 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 Krishna, 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 all my problems will be solved. What are you talking? And this attitude, because that I am well read, because I know people, because I am rich, because of the so many things that, and because of my full conviction that, I am susceptible to problem. problems come to me, it is because of my karma. Then those people, because of their own mind, they are not eligible. They are making themselves ineligible to chant Bhagavan Nama, which is the simplest solution to solve the mind's problem. So Kunti comes, addresses that issue. Are you able to receive my audio, or is there any problem?
It is good, sir. Please continue.
It is clear.
Somebody is sending message that they are not receiving audio. Okay. Okay. So
that is their problem. Please don't worry, sir. They have not solved it correctly. You can.
So Bhagavan, Kunti prays to Bhagavan. Bhagavan, I am Krishna. I chanted Krishnaye Vasudevaye Devaki Nandanaye. Means Krishnaye for Krishna, Vasudevaye for Vasudeva, Devaki Nandanaye towards Vasudeva. My namaskaras. I am able to offer my namaskaras to you by chanting your name. Krishnaye Vasudevaye Devaki Nandanaye che. Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. This, it comes to me by the grace of Guru and Krishna naturally in my tongue. But there are some category of people in this world, even though they are eligible, they make themselves ineligible because of certain attitudes. They make either themselves an inverted vessel, or they make themselves a vessel which is already filled with the dirt, and they don't want to get the dirt out of it because they are fully convinced. Who are they? Kunti says that Janmaishwarya Shruta Shribihi Yedamana Madaf Pumani Naivarhatya Vidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. Here, Kunti addresses Bhagavan as Akinchana Gocharam. In Sanskrit, Akinchanaha is a person who is penniless, who is living in utter poverty, who is not having money, is called Akinchanaha. What happened to you? The beauty is that I give you some example. Bhagavan goes behind these Akinchanas. The people who are not having any money, Bhagavan goes behind. So we have to think. So if Bhagavan goes behind only poor people, what about rich people? So the richness here or the poverty here is not because of their money. Here, Akinchanaha, what does it mean? The people who may be poor from the financial, economical angle, but they don't worry about it. They treat Krishna as their property. Even they may be financially rich, but they consider themselves poor because they know the money that they have amassed in their life is going to leave them one day. Money is not permanent. It is going to give them trouble. Arthamanartham bhavaye nityam nasti tate sukha lesha satyam. Money won't give you happiness. Please ask all the rich people. They initially thought money would give them happiness, but after becoming rich, they realize that money is not at all giving happiness. In fact, it is giving more trouble. Even their beloved son is becoming an enemy to them. Putradapi dhanabhajam bhitihi. Because of dhanabhajam bhitihi, because this man is eldest son, he is thinking that he is an enemy because son would kill father because of money. But when that son was born, how much this father was happy. What happened now? What is the difference? Why this difference? Why the attitude changed? Why the sisters fight? Why the brothers fight? Why the father and the son kills the father? Because of money. Worldwide, you see, this is happening. So, Akinchana Gocharaha means people like Kuchela, people like Tyagaraja Swami, people like Purandaradasa, they threw money out. And then Bhadraja Ramdas, all these people, or Ekanath Maharaj, or you take Tukaram Maharaj, they never considered money. Akinchana Gocharaha. Namadeva was living in a very, very ordinary life, but his friend wanted to become rich. He picked up some pebbles from Chandrabhaga and gave it to him. All these pebbles became the Midas touch like. And then when that particular pebbles, they all became gold. When they touch something, they also becoming gold. But Namadeva did not touch it because he says, I don't want this. Because if I bring in money to it, then I will lose my devotion towards Vithala. So it's very clear. So Akinchanaha is a person who is not treating the material wealth important, but the devotion towards Krishna as their wealth. Krishna himself as their wealth. Swam Akinchana Gocharam. This Saint Tyagaraja, the king Sarafoji, sent him lot of money. He returned it. He returned it. Nidhisala Sukama, Rama, nin Sannidhi Seva Sukama. He thought, today if I accept this money from Sarafoji, tomorrow I will be doing Abhisheka to Rama. Then Sarafoji will say, the king is calling. Then I have to Rama, the Rajadi Raja, Ramachandra Prabhu, I have to leave you and then go to this ordinary king. So I don't want to leave you. Then you are not getting the Padavi, you are not getting the post in the court of king. It is okay. Padavi in Sadbhakti. Rama, in a kirtan called Panduriti Koluva, then Rama says, Panduruti Koluva in that kirtan, Tyagaraja Swami says this. I stand you outside your darbar as a Davali, and then you give me a sword and then a shirt which says I am a Rama Bhakta, I am a Rama Dasa. That is enough. That is Akinchana Gocharam. Then Rama comes to Tyagaraja. Panda Vitala goes behind Namadeva. The same way, Tukaram Maharaj, this Chhatrapati Shivaji brought lot of plates of gold to his house. Tukamani Maje Dana Gomamsa Samane. He says it is like the meat of a cow. Money is like meat of a cow. I don't touch it. Because you like it, I won't eat meat. Sorry, please take it away. Like that, he runs into the forest. Akinchana Gocharam. Then Bhagavan comes to him. Vittala is behind Tukaram Maharaj. Vittala is behind Namadev. They are all called Akinchana. So the person who thinks otherwise, who is very much proud of his wealth and other things, Janmaishwarya Shruta Shribihi Yedhamanamadav Pumani Naivarhatya Vidhatumbai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. The person who is very, very much proud of his Janma. I am born in this family. I am born in this caste. And then my ancestors are like this. If somebody thinks, then he is not eligible for Krishna Bhakti. Aishwarya is nothing but the wealth that he is having. Shruta, how learned he is in Vedas. Shruta. Shribihi, then whatever wealth he has amassed. Yedhamana Madav Pumane, because he has got Madaha. His mind is so proud of all these things. Like Ravana or like Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu thought, I am great in tapas. Ravana thought, I am great in war. And because of my tapas, I have pleased Brahma. And Hiranyakashipu thought, I am a tapasvi. Then Ravana thought, I have mastered all the 4 Vedas. Ravana thought, I have got all the powerful men around me. Ravana thought, I am having the ocean itself as the Agari. In Tamil, we called the Durgam. In some Sanskrit, it's called Durgam. Agari means something, outside the court, outside the palace or the fort, the water body, which prevents the enemies entering into the fort. That is Agari, Durgam. So Ravana was blessed with Lanka itself. He was having Pushpaka Vimana. He was having all the beautiful women as his wife. So many things Ravana had, but ultimately he could not get the blessings of Sri Rama. Janma. Ravana was a Brahmin. He was born in the Kula of Brahma. Brahma's one of the son was Pulastya. Pulastya's son was Vishravas. Vishravas' son was Ravana. In fact, Ravana is the fourth generation of Brahma himself. Janma, Aishwarya. Ravana looted the money of Kubera. Is Pushpaka Vimana. Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta. Ravana mastered in all the four Vedas. And he was a Chatura in Samaveda. He pleased Shiva Peruman, Lord Shiva with the Samaveda and with his Veena playing skills. Yedhamana Madhav Pumani. Because of all these things, his mind was having so much pride. So he thought Rama is an ordinary human form. He did not see Rama as the Lord himself, Lord Vishnu himself. Even if somebody tells him, he says, if you feel so, you please get out. He told Vibhishana, but Vibhishana was otherwise. Vibhishana left everything. Parityakta Mayalanka. I am relinquishing everything. I am relinquishing my brother. I am relinquishing my family. I am relinquishing the Lanka, my property, everything. I am going Twam Akinchana Gocharam. I am going to Rama. He is my only asylum. So, if you want the blessings of Krishna, it is available because rain is everywhere. But unless you go and stand in the rain, you won't get the rain. You don't get drenched in the rain. The rain cannot come into your house. Like that, if you are having the wrong attitude in the form of, so don't think that, if somebody is born in a good family, somebody is born rich, then he is not eligible for, it is not so. Bhadrachal Ramdasa was born in the richest family. But he never thought, that he was rich. He thought all the money were given to him to do the Upasana of Rama. So he always conducted the Sita Kalyana Mahotsavam. So he himself was a Bhagavata. So it is not that people are not rich. But Tukaram Maharaj was born in a rich family. Janma, Aishwarya. People are born like that. Tyagaraja was born in Karkala family. His father Rama Brahmam was a great yogi. He was telling, my father Rama Brahmam, hey Rama, my father in one of the Natakas, Yakshaganam, he says, Rama, my father Rama Brahmam is better than you. Why? Because King Sarafoji gave a big palatial house to my father. But my father never used the house. He was only keeping the key in the house. And we were living in the small hut and we were always praying to Rama. But Rama, you are called as Tyagaraja because you do sacrifice everything. You did sacrifice of everything in your life, including your wife you sacrificed. Agreed. You are the greatest Tyagaraja ever born. But I consider my father Tyaga Brahmam. The Tyaga Brahmam says, my father Rama Brahmam he says Rama because Rama is his father. He says, you are my father, you are my, Sitama is my mother. In that Kirtan he says. In that Kirtan he says that, Rama Namam is common because his real father is Rama Brahmam. Brahmam is the name which is come in there. Tyaga Brahmam, Rama Brahmam, it is a family title like which is coming for them. So he says, Rama, my father Rama Brahmam is actually a better person because that you sacrificed to your brother only, your property. And then you went to forest only for 14 years and you came back and took the property back and you became the king. Where my father, though we were living in acute penury, in such a very, very poor condition, in spite of Maharaja gave a big house, my father never accepted it, but he was so gracious to give it to somebody who is in need. Like that, he's telling, Twam Akinchana Gocharam. It is not that they are poor, but they got wealth, they did not shift. Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta. All these people are born in such a well-read family. Shankara was born in the family of Agnihotris. And then Ramanuja was born in the family of Agnihotris. Madhva was born in such a family. All the great saints. Vallabhacharya was born in a family for 100 generations they are doing yagas. That is the greatness of their. So, but still they are one of the greatest Krishna Bhaktas because they never depend on that. They used their family lineage to improve their devotion to Krishna, not that to proclaim to world we belong to such a big family. They never took pride out of that family. They used the family lineage, that blood, that heredity to do a better devotion to Krishna. Janmaishwarye Shrutasribihi Yedamana Madapumani Naivarhatya Vidhatum Vai Twam Akinchana Gocharam. So those people are not Nayeva Arhati Abhidhatum Vai. They are not eligible to even chant your name. They are not even eligible to think of you, Krishna, because it is not that, you don't bless them. It is because of their own mental blockage. They are so preoccupied, like Duryodhana, Bhagavan wanted to give himself. I go to the Bhagavan says, on one side, you have my military. On the other side, you have Krishna himself, who will not fight in the war. Whom do you want? Then Duryodhana chose the military. He thought the military is better than Krishna. But Arjuna thought Krishna himself is necessary. Tvam akinchana gocharam. So when you will leave the money part and then you take the grace part, then again here there are two things. One is the materialistic world, the other is Krishna's grace. Which one do you want to choose? Which one do you want to choose? If you have Krishna's grace, you have everything including the materialistic wealth. And if you want only materialistic world, then you lose Krishna. Every sloka, the dualistic tendency of this world is very well highlighted by Kunti. Janmaishwarye Shrutasribihi Yedamana Madapumani Naivarhatya Vidhatum Vai Twam Akinchana Gocharam. Akinchanaha means, I have already explained, those who treat Krishna's grace as their wealth. Because Vibhishana comes and stands in front of Rama. He says, I have come Sarvaloka Sharanyaye Raghavaya Mahatmane. He says, I have come fully in belief of your grace only, nothing else. I am not thinking about anything else. I have nothing. I have nothing to offer to you. I fully trust your grace. This is the greatness. This is called Tvam Akinchana Gochara. Purandaradasa was a great saint in Karnataka. Everybody knows. He was one out of the 8 dasas. He was a very rich man. One day he relinquished everything. And his house was having 9 kalasas in his house itself. It was like a temple. His house itself was temple. The kalasas were made out of gold. But he left that house open. And then he went to Pandaripuram. He says, now only I have become complete. Varaguru Upadesa Neravagide. Because Vyasaraja was his guru, he chanted Vittala Nama in his ears. And then he feels that I am complete now. Guru Anugrahena iva Puman Bhavati Nirmalaha. Puman Bhavati Purnaha. Because of the grace of Guru, then he is called Akinchana. He is not trusting his money. He is not trusting his efforts. He is not trusting any other god. He is trusting Krishna only. Then they believe Yogakshemam Vahamyam. Krishna would take care of my Yogam and Kshemam. Then that is, they are called Akinchana Gocharam. Naivarhatya Vidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. Namo Akinchana Vittaye. Then she says, you are the wealth. Vittaye means Vittam. Matlab money. What is the money you possess? I have Krishna. When you have Krishna as your wealth, then the rest of all wealth would be in your life. If you have all the money like Ravana or Hiranyakashipu and you don't have Krishna, then everything becomes waste. So, Kunti says, Namo Akinchana Vittaya. For Akinchanas, you are the wealth. So, the one who is the wealth of Akinchanas, I do my namaskaram. Namo Akinchana Vittaya. Nivritta Guna Vrittaye. When you pray to Krishna, see in this world, why somebody is becoming angry? Why somebody is having lust? Why somebody is having the jealousy? Why somebody is having the tendency to kill somebody? Why somebody is having the tendency to steal something? All these things is because of the three gunas. The sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna, the combination push people into this samsara. The more you go to Krishna, the more you started telling, I'm doing because of Krishna. Krishna is making me to do this. I am offering it to Krishna. Even at the namesake level, even at the tongue level, you started telling, then it gets into your blood. And after some months or some years, it gets into your mind. And then it gets into your blood. And then in this birth itself, you will start doing things for Krishna. And you start fully believing it is not me who is doing, Krishna is making me to do. In fact, Krishna himself is doing. That level you will go. Then, Nivritta Guna Vrittaye, the moment you feel that I am not doing, Krishna is doing, Krishna is responsible, whatever I am doing, I am offering to Krishna, then you will start doing things which are perfectly all right because you are giving it to Krishna. And you do things in the best way possible because Krishna, you believe that Krishna is doing. And then you are not affected by the negative results or the positive results because you started believing that Swanishtidasya Dharmasya Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Whatever I am doing in this world is to that satisfaction of Krishna. A very classical example. Devas and Asuras were churning the milky ocean. Then the great poison Alahalam erupted, and then all these fellows started running. Bitaha Arakshyamanaha Saranam Sadasivam. Bhagavatam says they started from the Milky Ocean and they ran up to Kailasa Parvata, where Parameswara was sitting. They surrendered to Parameswara. Parameswara saw the situation and told Uma Devi that, Hari has to protect this world. It is the responsibility of Hari to protect this world. I am Haraha. My job is to finish Kalarupi. But when people are surrendered to me and Hari and Hara are not different. The same Bhagavan, Hari Virinchi Hareti Samyaha. When he creates, he is Brahma. When he protects, he is Narayana, Vishnu. When he is finishing, he is the Kala Swarupa, Haraha. So Hari, Hariyeva Haraha, Harayeva Harihi. There is no difference. There is no difference. So the Mahadeva says to Parvati Devi that I have the ability to withstand this poison. If I eat poison, this world is protected. When the world is protected, then Hari becomes happy. If Hari becomes happy, then I am happy and the whole world is happy. So I am taking this poison to make Hari happy. Can you believe that, if Shiva eats poison, then Hari is happy? This statement is misleading. But the fact is that Shiva says that, I have the capability to consume this poison. But because of this entire world, all the creatures would be peaceful. So what I do? I'll take this. Tasmate aham garam bunje. I take this garam. I take this poison. So he famously called as Neelakantaha, Neelakantaha, Neelakantaha. The reason is that this is the reason. Nivritta Gunavrittaye, then we attain that level. Whether it is good or bad, you don't worry. I can do it because it is Krishna who is within me, who is doing it. So then you are Gunavrittaye. Then you don't get into the samsara. Then you go above the samsara by doing everything if you cook, then you come to Krishna, offer to him, that food becomes purified. It becomes nirguna. It is beyond sattva, rajas and tamas. When you buy a new dress, offer to Krishna and you use it, then it becomes nirguna. When you have Krishna in your house, the house becomes nirguna. If you chant Krishna's name, you become nirguna. Nirguna means you are getting out of the samsara. Every time you are killing your ego, I and me, I and me and mine, me and mine. These are the two seats of samsara. Every time you say Krishna, 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 then the sense of me and mine, it converts into Krishna, Krishna. Me, mine, Krishna, Krishna. Me is Krishna, mine is Krishna. Me is Krishna, mine is Krishna. Then slowly, slowly this me and mine moves away and Krishna only stays. Nivritta guna vrittaye. That guna, nivritti guna vrittaye. Then you are attaining nivritti. Nivritti means release. You are releasing yourself from samsara, from all the bondings, just by listening to Krishna's stories, just by praying to Krishna, just by singing about Krishna, just looking at Krishna, just offering food to Krishna, butter to Krishna. So by being with Krishna Bhaktas, this is the beauty of Krishna Bhakti. Very, very, very simple, but very, 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 very effective. Namo akinchana vittaye, nivritta guna vrittaye, atma ramaya shantaye, kaivalya pataye namaha. But Kunti says, Krishna, you are my brother's son. That is on one side. But I know that you are Ishvara. But in this world, you have taken an avatara. Actually, you are Namo akinchana vittaye. Always Pandavas have been poor. They were begging, they were roaming, they lost everything, but Krishna was their only hope. Namo akinchana vittaye. So even though Yudhishthira lost everything in his life, he never lost the blessings of Krishna. He never lost the faith that Krishna would protect them. When Draupadi lost everything, but she never lost her trust on Krishna. Namo akinchana vittaye, nivritta guna vrittaye. You are an Atma Ramaya. Krishna, who is a Paramahamsa other than you? You are the greatest Paramahamsa because you marry 16,000 wives. You marry 16,000 wives and you don't have even a dot of lust in you. That is your greatness, Atma Ramaya, because you are always indulged in the dhyana of your Antaratma. Even though you are a Bhagavan, the moment you have taken the form of human, you also meditate your Atma Swarupa. Atma Ramaya Shantaya. You don't derive your pleasures out of anything outside you. You are the source of pleasure. You are the source of happiness. You are the source of bliss for this world. Why you have to depend on something other than you? You are an Atma Ramaha. Atma Ramaha is a person who derives the Ananda from his own Atma. Not from outside, not from money or friends or fame or any other sensual pleasures or food items, nothing. Or fame or position, it does not. Because he is complete. Atma Ramaya. He is Atma Aramaha. He is always indulging in his own Antaratma. So the Antaratma is the source of all the bliss. So Atma Ramaya Shantaye. Then those devotees of Krishna would also ultimately become Atma Rama. All the Krishna devotees. Anybody you take, Bhishma is an Atma Rama. You take Sankara is an Atma Rama. You take Ramanuja, Atma Rama. You take Madhva, Atma Rama. You take Vallabhacharya, Atma Rama. You take all the Bhaktas, Namadeva, Atma Rama. Yeah, all are Yogi Isras, Atma Rama. Mirabai, Atma Aramaha. Any Krishna devotees you take. Tyagaraja, any Krishna devotees you take. Or Sukacharya, or Sadasiva Brahmendra, anybody you take. In all Krishna Bhaktas. Or be it Bodhendra Swamigal, or Sridhara Ayyawal, or Mardanlu Sadguru Swamigal, any great saint you take in the recent past are all Atma Ramas. Narayana Tirthar and Leela Sukaha, every great man who sang on Krishna are Atma Ramaha, because Krishna is an Atma Rama. If you pray to Krishna, ultimately he will make you an Atma Ramaha. So Atma Ramaha is a person who is not depending upon pleasures from outside. All his these pleasures, there is on. I won't say pleasure. Then it will have pain. I would say the bliss, which is not having the duality. So bliss. There are certain words, in Sanskrit, there is a word called Anandaha. There is no opposite. There is no antonym for Anandaha. If you have pleasure, then you have displeasure. If you have, happiness, you have sorrow. If you have up, you have down. You are winning, you are losing. You are alive, you are dead. You are healthy, you are going to have disease. Like that, the opposites. You are rich, you are poor. So these are all the two sides of the coin. But when you say Ananda Brahma, so this Brahma Swarupam is Anandaha. Upanishad says Anando. This is Anandaha. It has no opposite. So that is the beauty of it. So that is Atmaramaya Shantaye Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. Kaivalya Pati. When somebody is an Atmarama, when somebody is an Gunavrittaha, Nivritta Gunavrittaye, Namo Akinchana Vittaye, Nivritta Gunavrittaye. So he is now a person who is out of these three gunas. And then he does not consider any materialistic wealth as the wealth, only Krishna Bhakti as his wealth. And then he is an Atma Aramaha. He is deriving all his things, energy from within, from the Atma Swarupa. And then Shantaya is very calm. All his sensual pleasures are totally muted. His body is pure. Because everywhere it is only Prakasha. It is Sattva Prakasha. Everywhere Krishna is erupting out of his body. Krishna's grace is coming out of his body. That is, his body and mind are one and the same. Shantaya. Then that state is called Kaivalya. Kaivalya means only Krishna. Kevalam. The Kevalam means Sanskrit is only one. So this Kaivalyam comes from Kevalam. Kaivalya Pataye Namaha means then this man, this saint becomes one with Krishna. And because he has realized the blessings of Krishna, the Brahma Tattva, Krishna's Brahma, then he does not see anything other than him. Everywhere he sees himself only, then he is in the state of Kaivalya. Kaivalya. Kaivalya, once you attain Kaivalya, then this body is only a temporary boundary. The moment body is also gone, then you get into the full Kaivalya. So Kaivalya within body, Kaivalya after body. So great saints attain Kaivalya. Great saints like Ramana Maharishi, they attain Kaivalya even when they are in this physical body. They are not limited by their physical body. But at the time of death, the physical body only dies. It is like you are having the air in the balloon. When the air in the balloon, outside also air is there. When the balloon bursts, then what happens? The air inside the balloon and the air outside the balloon becomes mixes inseparably. Then there is no distinction. Like that, the Paramatma is everywhere. When the saint realizes Brahma with Brahmaiva Bhavati, because of just by realization, then this Atma Aramaha, this Shantaha becomes attains a state of Kaivalya with the grace of Krishna. That is why he says Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. So this Kaivalyam and Vaikuntham are two different things. Because Kaivalyam is attained by a people who are doing Nirguna Bhakti. You have to understand that. If you are a Brahma Upasaka and you are a Nirguna Upasaka, then you attain a state of Kaivalya. When you are a Saguna Upasaka, Sisanga Chakram, Sagarita Kuntalam, Sapita Vastram, Sarasiru Hekshana, like that, if you are praying to Vishnu like that and you attain the Vishnu Loka, then that is called Vaikuntham. These are two different routes. So here Kunti talks about Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. So today we have talked about Janma Aishwarya Sruta Shribihi Yedamana Madapumani Naivarhatya Vidhatum Vai Tuam Akinchana Gocharam Namo Akinchana Vittaye Nivritta Gunavrittaye Atma Ramaya Shantaye Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. So with this I conclude today's Upanyasam, and we will continue in detail from in the next session.